A Womanizer's Guide to Axiom, Chapter 4.
I can see we're all a little agitated right now, so maybe we should continue our conversation in the morning, after we all get some sleep.
Titus smiled, holding his gun up in a non-threatening manner before literally diving backwards through the open window, rolling to his feet on the flat roof below. He took 2 steps and dove over the side. Titus hit the sand-heavy ground and rolled through without injury. Coming up to his feet, he heard the fire of 2 shots from the bedroom above him and the sound of breaking glass. Titus might have wondered if the thief had been shot, or maybe Gavin's wife, Gael, or had one of the shots been the thief's pistol finding its mark on the pirate or her goons. Titus did not worry about this, however, because he did not wonder about the events in the room. His one and only goal was escape and personal preservation. He had landed at the rear of the house. Ahead of him sat a strangely out-of-place flatbed 4-wheel cart, 2 horses tied to it, and a large figure sitting in the driver's seat, twisted around to see him. The figure was a darker-skinned Mbube. Amazonian features and the growth of heavy hair on her sideburns gave her away immediately. Her cat-like eyes saw him, and concern struck her face as she looked back up at the roof. The thief has exited the same window and desperately ran along the clay shingles towards the cart of the house. The clay pieces fell and shattered behind her. "Hey, stop right there!" Titus spun to see 2 ne'er-do-well-looking fellows sprinting around the corner of the house behind him, pistols drawn. More of the pirate woman's goons, no doubt. Due to the look of concern on the panther-like driver, he surmised the cart was the thief's vehicle of escape. Titus quickly assessed the situation and decided he had 3 options. The first was to try to get in the cart and hope they didn't toss him out immediately. The second would be to make a break for the cliffside in which the house faced, before risking a 50-foot drop over the edge into the water and safety below, assuming he could miss the rocks. Then finally, the third option was the most direct: stand and fight. So maybe only 2 options after all. Such tempting choices, though only one, he thought, had even the remote chance of success. Still running, he vaulted himself into the cart. Breathing heavily, he pointed over his shoulder at the thief on the roof.
"She'll be... just a moment."
"Get out of the cart!" The heavy, booming Isway regional accent of the woman gave Titus pause when the driver yelled at him. He actually considered it for a moment. The lead balls that whizzed past his head a second later reinforced his resolve. In the next second, the thief landed in the cart with a thump before staring daggers at Titus. "You?" Titus shrugged.
"Me?"
The one-eyed pirate woman fired from the roof, and the bullet struck one of the walls of the cart, splintering wood. The Mbube was done waiting. "Yah!" The Mbube whipped at the lead, and the horses took off. The cart lurched into motion around the corner of the house as the pirate woman could still be heard screaming at her men to pursue. As they hit the road, the driver turned to the thief and growled, "Who is this?" She turned towards him, scowling. "Baggage. Can the baggage fight? Because we will have company soon." The large woman growled. Her cat-like extended fangs showed. Titus pulled his gun back out and sighted down the barrel.
"Drive now, talk later."
He braced his hand and waited for his shot. The back of a cart going breakneck speeds on dirt roads at night wasn't exactly going to do his aim any favors. The horses could be seen in the early morning twilight as the carriage stormed down the road. The thief frowned at the idea of Titus giving an order. "Don't get comfortable." That was the end of the argument, because 3 riders could be seen now. All obvious henchmen of the lady pirate, riding fast and gaining quickly. They would have to work together to survive this. This has been Chapter 4 of A Womanizer's Guide to Axiom. Written by myself, Zachariah Van Siders, and Mr. Mark Bell. All the Titus lines were done by Mr. Mark Bell. And all narration, other than that, is done by myself, Zach Van Sliders. This is based on a 5-year role-playing session that myself and Mark Bell played some time ago, and we are happy that you are finally getting to see it. We would like special consideration to Wizard's Respite, who has decided to host the written versions of each one of these chapters. We appreciate it. Finally, if you would like to catch up on this or any previous chapters, you can read them here on Wizard's Respite or check out a playlist that I have created on Old Man Gaming, our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. We'll be back next week.